Everybody who cares enough to care, this is Soul here bringing you another commentary, and this is Bisu versus Hyuck, played about a bajillion years ago when Bisu was raping Zergs. So this should be a good game. It is on Neo Medusa. Bisu is the red Protoss at this o'clock spawn, and Hyuck is the orange Zerg at the 3 o'clock spawn. And I'm going to pass this off to Vorosh because I have him alongside with me, because my brother just came into my room, which is
Hey
annoying.
everybody, this is Vorosh, as Soul mentioned, and although the names are definitely weird, oh wow, Bisu's sending out a really early probe. Soul assures me that this is actually Bisu versus Hyuck, but he didn't really tell me if this was during the brief time Hyuck was good or during the extremely long time Hyuck was bad. Um,
Extremely long.
but okay, winding the clocks back a bit. Okay, I thought. Oh man, I totally miscalled that. I thought that was an earlier probe. I guess Soul's voice is so monotonous. You feel like time is just I don't even know. So he's gonna go for a Forge Fast Sand Visu is and is going to send out a scout and he's going to scout Hyuk first. And it looks like Hyuk is going to be going for a nine or going for an overpull um, and an overpull gas. So this is pretty much standard so far, and I thought that probe was early, but I'm just retarded. So I guess if this is during the really long time in which Hyuk was better than Bisu, or was bad like he always was. What am I talking about? This is during the really long time Hyuk was bad. I'm expecting Bisu to completely rape him. I don't know if Hyuk's ever beaten Bisu in his entire career, and this game wasn't a game played in Pro League. This is probably just some random practice game, but I doubt Hyuk has ever beaten Bisu regardless of circumstances. Bisu put the forge down, and we'll see if he's going to try to cheap out and go for a Nexus, despite the fact that Hyuk's gone for an overpool. It should call for him to go for two cannons, but if Bisu can distract the Zerglings with his probe, he can maybe skimp out on building cannons and get his Nexus up earlier.
Yeah, this game was played in '07 when Bisu just destroyed Savior. So it's back when Bisu was raping everybody. And since Protosses were not good back then, I don't want to say that, but I kind of have to. They did not know that you can go Forged Nexus Cannon, Gateway Cannon, against an Overpool, so they would go Forge Cannon, Nexus. And just like Bisu's doing, by the way. So I missaid that. Protosses are not bad. They just were lacking the knowledge of how to counter an overpool. They kind of
They were
countered it
just a
like a
little bit
nine
more
pool.
conservative.
Yes, we'll say that. They were a bit more safe. And Hyuk has 100 gas, but he is deciding not to upgrade his Zergling speed. So this was most definitely when Hyuk was bad. There's no doubt in my mind. Unless he doesn't even want Zergling speed, then he's just gonna kind of sit there with 100 gas. But it's all good, as most of you probably already know. Neo Medusa does have a super easy securable third base for Zerg, so they can really take that quite early. But Protoss can also take it quite early as well. So the Protoss can bust out with a huge amount of units, and the Zerg can just be like, WTF, oh my god, where did that come from? And now Hyuk got his lair. Okay, I like this now. I like Hyuk now. He actually got his gas a bit earlier so he can get his lair a bit earlier. Usually the lair would be popping probably as you get your 20th drone or so, but now it gets a lot earlier, and this might turn advantageous for Hyuk as Bisu finishes a third cannon. How very interesting.
I think Hyuk actually got his gas as early as he did to try to fake that he was going to go for a Ling run by. I think Souls miscalled it just a bit when he was talking about the two cannons, because Bisu not only scouted the overpool but also spotted the gas that went down alongside the overpool, and even today that would warrant two cannons because you think it's going to be a Ling run by. So Soul was actually, or so Hyuk was actually, well, Hyuk was actually able to delay the two cannons and even force a third to go up because it looks like Bisu was definitely expecting that Ling run by that never came. And now this is if this is 2007, then this is definitely before the times of the Neo Sauron build. Otherwise, you would have expected the third hatch to have gone outside of the base to actually take a third gas. And at this point in StarCraft history, we could see we could see a great variety of things, and it looks like it's going to be a 3-hatch spire. There's a spire going up at the natural expansion. Um, Actually, this is kind of looking like the Neosauron build. I don't know if Soul has this right, but 3-hatch Spire, but he's not gotten his second gas, so we can almost assume that this isn't 3-hatch Muta. It's just going to be 3-hatch Spire into something, and I can't think of anything better to go into than 5-hatch Hydra. So I'm not sure that Soul got that right, or maybe it was actually Hyuck that pioneered the Neosauron build. And meanwhile, on the other side, Bisu's going for a Stargate with a Citadel, almost simultaneously. And this we could be seeing the classic Bisu build, Sarah DTs, because he's only gotten 2 gateways, and if he was gonna go for like zealots and goons and Templars, I think we'd see a few more gateways out for him. He might be trying to put might be focusing on the tech as of now, and the first Corsair is gonna come out, and we'll see how much damage and scouting he can do with it. And oh, fourth hatch in base. I get fourth and fifth hatch in base. So this is if Hyuk is going for the Neosauron build, he's doing it wrong. You're supposed to get a third gas.
Well, Hyuck is Hyuck, so, you know. But I obviously got this wrong. All I remember was it's an old replay, so probably 08-ish, late 08-ish. But still, Bisu is gonna, looks like he's gonna transition into Sarah DT and just try and do some harassment with them. I don't know if it's gonna work. Okay, Overlord speed is upgrading for Hyuck, and Bisu's Corsair is going to live. I hope to God it lives. I will check back with Mr. Corsair in a short minute. So, Hyuck isn't going to be able to get lurkers and mutalisks with this kind of gas deficiency. He's just going to be able to go one or the other for a while because the mutas are going to take up all the gas for the lurkers. And so therefore it's just going to be mainly hydras for
One
him.
scourge lands, but it lives. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, see, I completely forgot to check up on Mr. Corsair. But yeah, the Hyuck is not going to have many lurkers during the early portion of the game, like we usually like to see most Zergs do, because they can get the third gas and then get lurkers and mutalisks, and they are impenetrable until they're hive tech, and then they just GG no re the Protoss. But yeah, Hyuck is doing some kind of cute Neo-Sauron build that is not available in 2007, so I do apologize for saying it's in 2007. And now Bisu is pushing out here with this cute 4-unit push that's just going to put pressure. And if Hyuck only has Zerglings, I don't really know they're going to do much. And uh-oh, Bisu is going to use the Temple. Uh-oh, hot dog. But this Archon does deal splash damage to the Temple. So the Temple is going to, all 10 Temples are going to fall rather quickly. And also this Archon is going to block most of the Zerglings that Hyuck has, which is most of Hyuck's army. And Hyuck's not going to be able to stop Bisu's army right now. It's just not going to happen. But Bisu's running away. Okay, that's cool.
One would think that Bisu would have like halted killing the temple with his Archon for just a moment to like kill the Scourge, because Archon's one-hit Scourge, and I think or 1 or 2 hit, and also start taking down that Mutalisk. But no, it was really focused. And it's gonna get pretty close to taking down the first temple, but it won't take down all of them immediately because it's not doing all of its damage as splash damage. Oh no, I'm completely wrong. All of it's gone. Okay, oh god. Um, so Bisu can break up that ramp at any time he wants, and now Hyuk's got a lot more to defend against. This kind of looks like a proto Neosauron build, like right at the beginning. He's got like 3 hatcheries at the natural, and usually you see 2 at the natural and 2 at the third, and you usually see, a third gas earlier. He's getting a 6th hatchery at his third gas now, but it's going to be later than we're normally accustomed to. And like he's not really using all of his buildings, his Evo chambers and his Hydralisk Den to maximum effectiveness. And actually, Soul's not necessarily wrong about this being a 2007 game, because already only 10 minutes into the game, we're seeing a Queen's Nest, which is going to be probably definitely for a hive. I don't think Hyuk's ever gone for like spawn broodlings to counter High Templar, but First for everything. Alright, so Lurkers, Zerglings, and Hydras coming in. Oh, but Bisu is actually going to scout this with a DT and is going to be able to like kind of flank with a DT and at least be a little bit more prepared. He's got 4 Templar, all with storms in them, I believe. Yeah, all of them have storms, and some almost have 2 storms. So it looks like Hyuck got out of there just in time. Although he did leave 1 lurker to, or 2 lurkers, I guess, to contain, or probably just to deny the scout. So right now, Hyuck's just getting his 3rd gas up, but for now, because he hasn't, because he's just transferring drones. Oh, DT's gonna slip in there. There is no Overlord. Oh, there is an Overlord. Oh, get it, get the DT. The Overlord's gonna get past. Oh no, Overlord's speed is up, so that DT is only gonna get 1 kill. That was a very, very, very narrow escape for Bisu, or for, darn it, Hyuck.
For whatever his name is. For Love Chulsk. That is what we're going to call him. I don't really know if you mentioned this, but Bisu did take